Bold, charismatic, controversial, youthful, vocal, ambitious, defiant, passionate, confrontational, influential. That's Babu Owino, a man who has made politics feel like theater, activism, and war all rolled into one.
Wazee Tidim, Wazee Telala, Warembo Hai.
Is it the land before the storm?
Any leader who is trying to take advantage of what is perceived as your challenges for scoring cheap points, you must be able to tell them no.
Technocratic, competent, reserved, strategic, inclusive, disciplined, patriotic, pragmatic, administrative, resilient. That's Dr. Raymond Omollo, the calm architect of order in a nation addicted to chaos. Two men, one legacy. The Luo throne of politics, once unshakably held by Raila Odinga, now stands almost vacant.
Tuko na prime cabinet secretary hapa. Kuna prime cabinet secretary hapa. Kuna Wakenya ambao wameshikwa huko Uganda. Tukimaliza hii burial, tunaambia Mheshimiwa Mudavadi apigie Museveni simu watoe hao Wakenya ambao wameshikwa.
We must call out any form of leadership that is divisive, that is going to take advantage of our youth.
Yet the man is still present, vulnerable and violently contested. This isn't a succession, it is a political duel to the death between rebellion and restraint, street power and state power. Kenya's political theater rarely gives us balance. You're either too loud or too silent, too radical or too compliant. But in Luo Nyanza today, those extremes have faces. Babu Owino's fire and Raymond Omollo's steel. Babu ignites crowds with unfiltered energy. His rallies are half protest, half revolution. Omollo steadies the system from within. His office runs on data, diplomacy, and discretion. In a region once united under Raila's voice, these two, Babu Owino under ODM and Raymond Omollo under the broad-based government and UDA, represent a split in the soul of Luo Nyanza. Do the people follow the flame that burns or the mind that builds? Babu Owino's story reads like a script written in struggle. Born in Nyalenda, raised by a single mother, he crawled his way from poverty to parliament, armed with brilliance and defiance. He earned first-class honors in actuarial science, mastered law and then mastered survival in the brutal world of Kenyan politics. To his followers, Babu is not just a politician, he's the voice of the voiceless, the system's necessary chaos. He leads the Kenya Moja movement with over 70 MPs, champions youth empowerment, fights corruption, and rallies Gen Z to register and vote. When he speaks, it is raw, unpolished, emotional. He doesn't debate, he detonates. He calls out Ruto's government for abductions, corruption, and economic betrayal. And when Raila endorsed Johnson Sakaja for Nairobi, Babu declared he will run anyway, ODM ticket or not. That wasn't defiance, that was declaration of a man who believes he's the future of the opposition, even if it means burning bridges to light his path.
Mheshimiwa, juzi while at State House, Sakaja called you Fala. What's your response to that?
Fala. That's graveyard thinking. Sakaja is a cemetery.
His controversies are many, from courtroom battles to street confrontations. He's been arrested, insulted presidents, and been both celebrated and condemned in the same breath. Yet somehow, he thrives on the edge, because for Babu, danger is oxygen. And even when he was made to sit outside the main tent under the scorching sun, while fellow MPs and dignitaries sat in the shade at the burial of former cabinet minister Dalmas Otieno on October 3rd, whether this was mere coincidence or a calculated act of political humiliation by ODM, he still stood out.
Kura yako ndio maisha yako.
Now meet Dr. Raymond Omollo, the man who doesn't shout because he doesn't need to. He's the system's mind, the statistician who became a power broker. Omollo's rise is a masterclass in calculated patience. From data researcher to principal secretary for internal security, his journey mirrors Kenya's shift from politics of emotion to politics of efficiency. He's not chasing clout, he's engineering influence. Omollo's pitch is simple yet profound: non-violent politics, unity through development, and inclusion through administration. Omollo signs policy memos that shape how power actually moves. But his challenge is perception. His alignment with Ruto's Kenya Kwanza government paints him as a traitor to ODM diehards, a man seen as too close to the enemy. Still, within state corridors, he's viewed as the Luo voice finally at the decision-making table, a bridge between Nyanza and Nairobi. He represents a new kind of politics, quiet, data-driven, deliberate. To the restless youth, that's boring. To seasoned power brokers, it's genius. And to the establishment, it is safety. Behind this rivalry lies a silence louder than any rally: Raila Odinga's absence. The man who held ODM together through charisma and conviction is now a symbol more than a strategist, and his party is slowly fraying at the seams.
ODM today is not what it was 20 years ago.
ODM has lost ground, fielding candidates in only 16 out of 24 by-election seats. Former allies like Karoli Omondi say ODM is dead and buried. Inside Nyanza, loyalty is no longer automatic, it is transactional. That's the battlefield where Babu and Omollo are fighting. Owino rallies the frustrated, those who want action, not patience. Omollo courts the pragmatic, those tired of protest politics and hungry for development. Both are right, both are wrong. Babu risks being too radical for stability, but does he care? Omollo risks being too obedient for revolution. Many say he's boring, and yet Kenya's future might need both, one to shake the table and one to rebuild it. 2027 will be the test, not of votes but of vision. If Babu's fire spreads, he could redefine ODM from the ground up, a youth-led resistance that dares to challenge both Ruto and Raila's old guard.
Hapa nchini kijana hana kazi, mama hana kazi, mzee hana kazi. Kijana anaweza tamani sana kufa. Kijana anaweza tamani sana kufa, lakini huyo kijana hana hata pesa ya kununua kamba ya kujinyonga nayo.
If Omollo's model works, he could anchor a new power equation where Luo unity merges with national inclusion, not defiance. It is a do or die contest. ODM's next kingmaker will not emerge from endorsements, but from endurance. Whoever outlasts the chaos of 2025 to 2027, whoever commands loyalty beyond tribal lines, whoever convinces the next generation that is the future, will sit on the throne Raila built.
Through the affordable housing program, whether it's through digital jobs.
Babu Owino, the flame that burns through fear. Raymond Omollo, the steel that bends without breaking. One thrives in the streets, the other thrives in the system. And somewhere between their contrasting worlds lies the future of Luo politics. This isn't just succession, it is survival. Because in the end, whoever masters both rebellion and restraint will sit on the Luo throne of politics. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Bushabe Jr.